All right, what's up, everyone? Daddy Robux here, and today we are continuing our playthrough of Waterdeep's Dragon Heist. Um, the story so far, our party was investigating the the occurrence that happened right outside their home in Trollskull Manor. While they were making breakfast in the early morning, a fireball exploded outside their window, and they decided to investigate the matter themselves. It led them to Growlhund Manor, where it seemed all hell had broken loose. A fight between the Zentarum and the Growlhund's noble guards was unfolding on the premises, and the party got swept up in the middle. After the fight at Growlhund Manor, the party almost lost their lives as they seemed to have chosen the wrong side, but were able to escape narrowly. After retreating back to Trollskull Manor, the party was kind of mending their wounds and trying to lay low for a while, as they were now suspects in what the media was calling the Growlhund Manor bloodbath. And it was during this time that Van Eld was actually arrested on suspicion of being involved, because he was parading around town with the horses they used to escape. Horses that were branded with the Growlhund's noble sigil, and was immediately noticed and caught. And
if you're a cleric, you can
begin?
cast verbal somatic with a shield, because your shield's your symbol.
Your shield only acts
All
for
right,
the
let me
material
just go ahead
component.
and mute everybody, because we're trying to start a game here, fellas. I got you now?
Yep.
All right. So, at the end of the last session, Van Eld was in jail. The rest of the party was laying low in Trollskull Manor. And it was during this time that a person reached out to you guys, because of they were a member of the Zentarum. We knew that because of the way they had contacted us through the means of the Flying Snake. And after meeting with them, they asked you to hide them in Trollskull Manor. She, having returned with you guys, is just kind of like laying low for a while, and she has kind of disguised herself as a dwarven male, and is kind of like been busying herself around Trollskull Manor for the past 10 days, idly cleaning up and helping refurbish things, as you all kind of lay low and let the city watch kind of die down. It's been quite a bit of time, because everything that unfolded at Growlhund has been sensationalized by the media, kind of keep bringing attention back to it. But eventually, it does seem to go away. And it's during this time that Van Eld, after finally, they caught you with the animals, and you served the maximum sentence, which was a 10-day in prison, but without any clear link between you and Growlhund Manor, because you are disguised currently. Don't really recognize, they can't determine anything. Eventually, they're forced to let you go. And that's what we're going to be picking up today. So the city guard has kind of died down. Van Eld is now free. And what is everybody going to be doing currently?
Well, I'm guessing I'm making my way back to the Trollskull Manor.
Yep. I guess we're still laying low with our friend, just trying to avoid drawing unnecessary attention to ourselves. So if we do have to nip out, it's usually to maybe a grocer that's nearby, that kind of thing.
And Darnock could be trying to clean up the tavern a little bit if possible.
Okay.
Yeah, if they cover that time, that's a thing that Phoebus would help out with as well.
Right. Going through, like, you guys are kind of holed up here for almost an entire week, so that's certainly something we could have done. By the time the 10-day has passed, the manor is now like completely devoid of dust and debris. The broken bits of furniture and rubble has been kind of like swept up and is in a big pile ready to be it certainly looks a lot nicer, and the ghost has been much less cumbersome lately, but there's still a lot of work to be done. There various other things that you guys wouldn't have the materials to do on your, but still it's progress, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, it's been a week and this place was in pretty bad shape, so.
Oh, that's also a week for the stone of whatever to slip away.
On that topic, the stone of Golorr. Um, it's gotten further away. But I'm trying to remember. At the end of last session, you guys had talked about you do still have the Nimblewright detector.
Yep.
So at some point, I'm sure you guys would consider looking for the Nimblewright, seeing if you could follow up on that, or are we just abandoning that entirely? Not really.
Yeah, I think it would come up within that week. Though we'd try to sneak out occasionally, maybe at night, to look.
Oh, I want revenge.
Yeah, Phoebus is definitely up for looking for the Nimblewright still. He does stress the importance of us trying to keep a low profile if we can, avoid drawing too much attention to ourselves. But if we think that the coast is sort of clear, then yeah, we'll give it a go.
Yeah, like I said, after a week, the heavy presence of the city watch in the streets has kind of died down, and towards the end of your stay, this is actually confirmed after you receive a visitor, as announced by a heavy knock at the door.
Okay, Phoebus will go and open the door.
There's something to be said there about, oh, there's somebody at the door while we're here in hiding. Let's open it. But that's not going to matter.
It's more suspicious to don't do anything. Maybe.
Well, when you open the door, you see that it is Wirt, your confidant and contact within the Harpers. Well, hello, friends. Bit of a pickle you've been in,
Yeah, it seems like it. Please, come in.
There he is. So he kind of moves inside, and you see the guards that were attending him in the theater kind of stay outside. And he walks in and shuts the door. So, how are things?
Well, at the minute, we're just trying to keep a bit of a low profile. We tried following up on that explosion that happened down the street the other day, but it kind of led us into to a bit of a difficult situation.
Yeah, I've heard. You'll be happy to know that I managed to pull a few strings within the watch, and I've convinced the city guards that the Growlhund Villa massacre was actually conducted by a group entirely, different from your description. They should no longer be looking for you six anymore. No need to say thank you or anything, as he kind of looks at you expectantly.
Yeah, Phoebus does express his gratitude. It's very, very kind of you. Thank you very much. It's been a hard week, and there's been a lot that we've been wanting to accomplish, but unable to because of not wanting to get.
No need to say thank you. Honestly, you're one of us, and the Harpers look after their own. However, you do need to understand that this does come at a bit of a substantial cost to the organization, and we'll be looking for you to repay it.
As I suspected, favors don't come free.
Well, you don't have to worry. I know monetarily we may not be quite in a position to repay us yet, so instead we have a small job for you to complete. Since the guard is no longer looking for you, it should be easy. Just don't bring any unnecessary attention to yourself, and you should be fine.
This is quite a difficult task for my friend here, and I look at Lothar, but we'll manage.
Yes. You see, we are looking for it's an old woman named Uza Solathzep. She sells books out of a narrow 3-story building on Sorn Street in the Trade Ward. She claims to have trapped a monster in her shop and fears for the welfare of her books and her cat. The City Watch isn't likely to lend a hand, giving Uza's propensity for tall tales, but the Harpers are indebted to her, and we owe her a bit of a favor. You guys can find her over at Felzoon's Folly, a tavern on the corner of Sorn Street and Salabar. Just whenever you get a time, if you could investigate the situation for her, let her know that you're representatives of the Harpers, and that would be much appreciated.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I guess I can't speak for everybody else, but I'm certainly amenable to the task.
All right. Well, excellent. I have other acquaintances I'm scheduled to meet with today, so I'm afraid I can't linger and chit chat. I must be off. I'll see you around. Wonderful what you've done with the place.
Hoping to get it back in working order soon.
Yes. Might need to talk to some of the trade guilds about that. Looks like you're gonna need a bit of work done to the exterior. Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's not remember about that.
Right. So he gives you a final little wave and starts to walk off.
Okay. Turning back to the rest of the group, Phoebus would say, "Well, I mean, I'm certainly up for trying to,
What's up, Graham?
repay our debt. Plus, it looks like it's a bit of a good cause. Although I'd be loath to go into a situation like this without first attempting to re-equip ourselves."
Absolutely. I need a weapon.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess that plan went kinda bad for me. I couldn't make it.
I don't suppose you still happen to have the money we gave you, do you?
Do I?
Actually, you would. They would have no reason to believe that the goods you were carrying were stolen, and you couldn't pay the fine, so you just kind of just sat in jail for the past 10 days.
Yeah, I do have it, and I hand it back.
Oh, excellent. All right. Well, since it's in the trade district anyway, I'm assuming that if we were to head down there, we could maybe pick up a little bit of equipment on the way.
It's also give us a good time to look for that nimble rate, if we can.
Indeed, yeah. I do want to try and get hold of that before it causes any more trouble. Although I guess we probably want to avoid breaking into nobles' mansions again.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more tact this time.
Hey, man, you fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, dead nimble-right.
That didn't go like that, but I guess it works for this case.
Well, let's get started then.
Okay.
Since Phoebus, Turit it's not here, I'm getting the short sword back that I handed to him.
Okay. Tuit is not going to be joining you. He'll stay behind and kind of watch over Troll Skull Manor, make sure Istrid isn't getting into any trouble, while you guys are away. Like, she's so far been trustworthy, but she is a Zentara, and they've been giving you quite a bit of grief so far. So he's gonna stay back and kind of just be the warden.
That's fair.
That seems like a good shout.
Cue Valley Girl at the mall montage.
Yeah.
Woo!
So as you guys are leaving Troll Skull Alley, I will actually, I'll put you here because you guys say you want to go shopping, and as it were, you have a number of establishments right outside from home. There's the Bent Nail just around the corner from you guys, where they sell wooden weapons and armor that would be necessary there. But then you also have the Steam and Steel, the metal workers down to the south. So before you even go exploring and looking, you have all kinds of things right here that would be available. Buy whatever you need. So I guess, what do we need?
I'm going to Steam and Steel.
Can I try to buy studded leather?
Well, that wouldn't be at the Steam and Steel. Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm just tagging along.
All right. Phoebus is going to go to the shop that sells like the wooden weapons and things. See if he can't find himself a quarterstaff that is usable as an arcane focus.
So when you walk in, I don't think you've ever met. You've never been here before.
That's correct.
This is a male half elf, and as you walk in, he's kind of leaning over a vice set into side of a counter. He's wearing an apron, and he's got several tools kind of hanging out of the front. They look like various sizes and degrees of like files and chisels, a wooden mallet, and he has a longbow kind of strapped into the vice. As you walk in, he looks up and kind of gives you a wave. Oh, hello. What could I do for you?
Hello. I'm looking to procure an item.
Yeah. I should be able to help you out. I'm a fine wood carver and carpenter. You just tell me what it is that you need.
Absolutely. I'm looking for a staff that can be used as a focus for arcane magics. However, I would like a small amount of customization to it as well.
Well, I have quarterstaves in stock. But if you want it to be customized, there's going to be an additional cost depending on what it is you.
Sure. So this what I need is a symbol carved into it, and probably etched quite deeply so that it's very much a part of it. The symbol of the sun god, Amanator.
I'm not 100%. If you could draw it out or give me a picture, I can replicate it.
Sure, I should be able to do that. I mean, the symbol, he kind of shows him a symbol on the inside of his, on the actual clothing that he wears under his robes that seems to match exactly the symbol of a Minotaur. Do you happen to have a white quarterstaff, by the way?
No, afraid not.
Okay, it's not important.
Okay. Well, the quarterstaves are usually just a couple silver. Let's call it 50 silver for the engraving. I can have it done within the hour.
Excellent. And the staff itself will be usable as a focus for arcane energies as well.
I wouldn't know. I mean, I'm not a spellcaster. I'm just a simple carver.
I see.
I mean, you tell me what would be. Is the symbol itself necessary?
You see, the spells that I cast, some of them need to draw their energy from the divine, and so I need to focus it through the symbol of a Minotaur. Whereas some of the other spells that I cast are strictly arcane, and so I need to focus them through the arcane channels.
Well,
If you like, I can.
I'm not a spellcaster. I don't make what did you call it? An arcane focus. I can
Yes.
make the quarterstaff, but I mean, I can engrave it the way that you've asked me, but it may not be what you're looking
for. Very well. I'll take the stuff anyway with the engraving, and perhaps if I do find somebody that sells an arcane focus, maybe they can customize the staff, or maybe I'll just have to buy another.
So you pay him and go about your business,
Yeah.
I'm guessing?
Uh-huh. So, let's see.
Oh, yeah. That would be a totally cool, staff or an arcane.
Sorry, how much did you say for the staff
50
itself?
silver for the staff and the engraving.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's sorted then. Yeah, I'll hand over 5 gold pieces.
If there's anybody that doesn't purchasing, I mean, you can just contract it for the adventuring price.
Oh, I'm 100%
Okay.
going to RP this.
All right. It should be on here somewhere. Damn. There it is. Arcane focus. Okay. What about the? Any of you need something?
Yeah, I'm going to the metal place.
Steam and steel. And
Ah!
Yeah, and Darnock will follow as well.
you remember you've actually been here before. Although you didn't actually talk to the proprietors or go inside, you had just kind of walked through in your investigation after the fireball. The small sign above the shop's main door is bare, except for a large bent nail sticking out of it. And nope, that's the other place. Ha ha!
Yep.
As you approach, smoke and steam billow out from the many windows around this indoor forge, and you can hear the steady rhythmic sound of a hammer clanging against an anvil. Looking inside, you can see two men. One with a brilliant reddish-hued skin and orange hair, and another with bluish skin, purplish. You can see that they are a pair of Ganassis. A fire, a water. And you can see as you approach, displayed very prominently on each of them, there are like plaques that denote them each of members of the most careful order of skilled smiths and metal forgers. And the other on one side, you can see that their names are prominently displayed on their plaques. The fire Ganassi is named Embrick, and the water Ganassi is named Avi. And you can see that Avi, in addition to being in the most careful order of skilled smiths and metal forgers, also belongs to the splendid order of armorers, locksmiths, and finesmiths.
Well, hello.
Hello. Hi, how can we help you?
Well, I'm here to look for something to do some killing with.
Oh. You may want to talk to Embrick. He's the one that makes all of the weapons.
Okay.
Yes.
Hello, Embrick.
You just walk away from him mid-sentence.
Yep.
Oh.
Didn't mean to do that, but that's what we're doing now.
Embrick kind of looks around, looks up at you and your imposing figure. Oh, hello.
Well, hello.
Who are you?
I am Lothar Bloodhoof.
Bloodhoof. That's quite a title. Tell me, is that a moniker earned in combat, or is that familial?
Well, it comes from my people. It was a moniker earned by my ancestors, and we're not allowed to have that moniker if we don't earn it.
And have you earned it?
I don't know. Looks down at my feet. I'm pretty sure there's enough bloodstains there to earn it.
And why have you come to my humble shop, Bloodhoof?
I've come here to get something that's good at killing goblins and such. Something big, something to fit me. Possibly a great sword.
I believe I can accommodate that. Let me see here. And he kind of goes behind the counter and through a door. And when he emerges, he's carrying a large iron greatsword. And he's kind of dragging it as he walks, being regular size, but he kind of holds the hilt up towards you. Try that on, see if it's balanced and such.
I just kind of pick it up with one arm. Just kind of hold it there for a second. I'm like, this is pretty good, yes, but I was hoping you had maybe something of magic quality, something that would be good for, say, a vampire?
Vampire?
Oh. Yes.
You expect to be fighting vampires in Waterdeep?
It's not just Waterdeep. I go all around the world when I'm hunting. Have to be prepared for anything, you know?
Well, I mean, I don't know what you have in mind. Some of the supernatural hunters, they tend to want to hunt using silvered weapons. I suppose I could do that.
Possibly, maybe Mithril?
Mithril. He looks at you again. Bloodhoof, I may like your name, but I doubt you could even pay for such a process.
Oh, really? What's your cost?
Like, well, it would be quite expensive, I'll tell you. In addition to paying for the ore and materials itself, I'd have to pay for someone to ship the ore here. And all of that is going to it's going to cost me more money. Then you're going to have to pay the labor and
Well, tell me what the price is.
Oh, I'd say I wouldn't do it for less than 500.
500 gold?
500 gold.
Deal.
Wait, do you have that money?
No, he doesn't.
Platinum pieces, boy.
You don't have 500 of them.
Hold on. How much is a platinum piece worth in gold? Isn't it worth like...
10, I
Oh,
think.
10.
that's copper pieces. Let's pretend I didn't say that.
No, you totally did, and he looks at you like you're a big dumbass.
I'm looking at the chart wrong, okay? Apparently it's worth 10, not 1,000, because I'm stupid and dumb.
I was
So-
wondering why you're asking about like magic weapons. It's like, dude, you guys are broke, and you're trying to build your base equipment back.
I was confused, and okay, I want a silvered weapon.
Oh man.
While you're it, may I ask for a nice balanced dagger?
How much
Yes.
is a silvered weapon?
Daggers are 2 gold.
I'll play a little with it, like a butterfly knife, and pay
I
him.
don't even think you can afford to silver a weapon. The
Well,
100.
now I'm upset because I looked at the chart wrong and I feel dumb.
It costs 100 gold to silver a weapon.
Oh, feels bad. Okay, I'll just take the regular greatsword, cut my
Yeah,
losses,
you will.
put
Get
one
the
in my
heck
head.
out of here.
I suppose before we went shopping, I would have divvied out the 30 platinum pieces that I have
Dude.
among.
Do you have
Also-
enough for the great sword? Great
Also-
swords
Yes,
are
that
50
costs
gold.
40.
Okay.
Also,
I
I
have
need
that.
I also need the 30 gold back from whoever I gave to the.
I think that was
What happened to their
and he's
equipment?
not here.
Uh,
I'm not sure. though.
Technically, they should all be dead, but I'm a nice
Okay.
guy, so instead of
I
TPKing
give him
them,
the 5 platinum
the
pieces.
Growlhuns removed all their equipment, locked them up, and we're going to turn them into the City Watch. So you're buying a dagger, you're buying a great sword. Is anybody else buying anything?
Can I just pick up 20 euros?
Yeah. What is it? A gold per 20?
Yes.
Yeah, Darnok's gonna get a dagger as well.
Okay.
And look for a light crossbow or someplace to have that.
Darnok, the water ganassi. Oh, the bent nail would probably have that. We tend to, Umbrek here makes weapons. I make armor, out of metal and steel. But wooden such items, you can usually find the bent nail.
Thank you. Oh, no, I didn't head that way.
Are they washing dishes? No, actually, they own a house, so they're fine in that regard.
All right. Is Phoebus able to get the thing that he wants?
Who are you talking to?
To You.
Okay.
That,
To purchase an arcane focus, you're gonna
Yes.
need to talk to someone magically inclined. But this simple carpenter, he's basically saying, like, I don't know how to make what you want.
Okay, that's fine. Do you know a store around here that might?
You do.
I do. Oh, okay.
Yeah. You remember the gold dragonborn to the west
Of
end
course.
of Troll Skull Alley, who specialized in spells, scrolls, and magical reagents.
Okay. Then yeah, he would be the person that Phoebus would like to go and speak to, and see if he can get himself an arcane focus, and maybe see if it would work. Well, if he can get the emblem carved into that.
Okay. Once you head down there, the Dragonborn greets you with open arms, since you guys left on friendly terms. He quickly asks you what you need.
I'm looking for an arcane focus, a quarterstaff to be specific.
A quarterstaff?
Yes.
I think you're confused, friend. Usually, the arcane focuses are not meant to be implements of war. I have staves, and he kind of opens up a wardrobe, and you can see a number of staff that are there, and each one are carved with different magical runes, symbols, holy objects. He's like, I'm sure I have what you need, but I wouldn't go hitting someone with your arcane focus. It's liable to break, and then you wouldn't be able to cast spell.
Very well. I could use one anyway. So, yeah, I guess a staff.
That would be 5 gold pieces.
Okay, and were I to get carved into it, perhaps you could do it. An emblem carved with a symbol of Amanator.
He reaches into
that
the
way.
cabinet and he pulls one out that's already got the symbol on it.
Okay, that would be very good. However, my hands would be somewhat full wielding two. Is there any way to
Wielding 2 what?
have them both? 2 staves.
You don't have 2 staves.
Oh,
You have 1 stave.
oh, he has one that has the 2 on them.
2 what?
Okay, so he needs both an arcane focus and a holy symbol. That's why I was asking for the emblem of Amanator, because it's an emblem.
What can we do for that? What god is it you worship?
The sun god Amanator.
Well, maybe I can do this. And he starts kind of rooting through, and after a moment he comes back with an amulet. And he's like, and he holds it up to you, and you can see a small golden sun. And he's like, now if we take this and we wrap it around the stave, then maybe you can channel the energies and only wield it in one hand.
That would be perfect.
All right, that'll be another 5 gold pieces.
Okay, and he'll hand the money over.
What? Out of curiosity, why do you need a holy symbol and arcane focus?
Because I'm a divine soul cleric, so I can take cleric spells. But the cleric spells with material components, I would still need a holy symbol to cast them.
All right, that makes sense. All right, so you got everything you need. Anybody else? 40 minutes of shopping. So,
I'll take my humility back.
I'm afraid the vendor's all out. Okay, so with everybody having stopped and purchased all the adventuring gear they would need, where to now?
Probably to see this lady. Right?
Phoebus thinks that's a good idea.
Yes, indeed.
Oh,
To
it's
the
over there.
books we go.
Okay. You guys make your way through the city and into the trade ward. You're able to find the tavern, Felzoon's Folly, and you can see Uza, sitting quietly at a table by herself, drinking, drinking a glass of wine with a shaky hand.
Phoebus would approach, gently, sort of placing a hand on the table as he does. Excuse me, are you the lady that we were sent to find? You have something in your shop that needed taken care of?
I don't know you.
No, of course not. Forgive me. My name's Phoebus. My companions and I were sent by the by the Harpers. He says, lowering his voice.
Oh, excellent.
To assist you.
Okay, yes. There's a monster. I escaped from the shop and I trapped it inside, but it's a horrifying beast. A monstrous orb of many eyes. It was chasing my cat Philippa, and was so terrified.
Well, is it as monstrous as I am?
What do you mean, sir?
I kind of just gesture to my body.
Was it hairy? No, not so much.
If
It was
Well,
kind
no,
of...
what I'm saying is if it's not as big and scary as I am, then you have nothing to fear because we're here.
You didn't see it. No, it's not as big as, say, a person, but it was still terrifying. It was this big leathery orb with greenish skin and had these stalks coming out of the top of it. It was horrifying.
Oh, like a gazer?
I don't know what that is.
I pull out the teeth from that gazer that we fought. Did it have teeth like this?
I suppose.
Oh, great. We've already killed these.
Still worth being a little bit cautious. We didn't really get a chance to see what it could do. So
It
yes,
might be like
we'll.
it might be like that stuffed ball in Savlavav's shop.
Indeed, it could be.
It shouldn't be that bad.
But let's go take a look and see what we can do.
Did the cat make it?
I don't know. It's still in the shop.
Where is your shop? We'll go take a look.
It's a few blocks from here. I'll come with you. I have to unlock the door.
Okay.
Just keep yourself safe. Run as soon as you open the door.
All right. She begins to lead you through the winding alleys and roads. Eventually, you come to a small shop. The sign identifies it as just like a sundry, miscellaneous goods and wares. And as you approach the door, you can hear like a low, like yowling coming through. So,
Well, at least the cat is alive.
she leans forward and begins to unlock the door. She looks back to all of you. Are you ready?
Yep, Phoebus readies himself and nods.
Yep, Darnock pulls out his crossbow.
Same, weapons in hand.
All right. She opens the door. And steps back. And as the door opens, you can see the interior is in shambles. Everything looks like it's been knocked over. And you can hear that yowling is coming from upstairs.
All right, Lothar, do you want to take the front?
But of course.
All right, just try and be careful and not to damage any of the good lady's property, if we can.
Having technical difficulties.
I follow right after Lothar.
And Phoebus will follow right after them.
Sure, it's following.
I have to refresh them. Working. Quick second, guys. Let me test them on the screen. Okay, they're working. Alright. So you guys start walking inside cautiously. Everyone's got their weapons drawn. As you walk in, you accidentally kick a pot that's been overturned and is laying on the ground, and it clatters, makes a ton of noise. The yowling stops for a moment, but after like 10 seconds it resumes again, and you can distinctly hear it's coming from upstairs, and you can see there is a set of stairs that slopes up to the floor above.
You want to go check it out?
But of course.
By all means, lead the way.
Alright. You begin to travel up the stairs, and as you do, you see a familiar sight, as what you have accurately guessed is a gazer. It is floating in the middle of the room, and you can see it's kind of like peeking behind overturned furniture, and the gazer is making these yowling noises, presumably in search of her cat. As you guys walk up the stairs, it turns around and it opens its mouth and it lets out a horrifying yell as it begins to attack. Initiative, please. Alright, Jerry, looks like you were up first.
All right, I'll take a shot at it with my sharp. Sorry, hand crossbow.
That is going to hit.
I don't have sneak, so that should just be 8. End of turn. Or actually, is there something I can hide behind? Like a shelf or something?
Yeah, there's all the furniture has been kind of overturned, so you can kind of, go prone and duck behind it.
Yeah, sure. I'll duck behind some and try to hide from it and end my turn.
All right, Lothar. Oh, dude, it's gonna die.
I kind of just casually walk up to it and hit it with my new sword.
You're 10,000 gold.
Oh yeah, 100%. No rage.
Right, 17 is going to hit, and it just cuts the creature right down the middle. Just dead. It's
See,
Gazer.
this is exactly why I bought
They're
this.
tiny.
Can I look for the cat?
Yeah. Looking around the room, you eventually find her, hidden under, like the bed, away from the Gazer's grasp.
I'll try to call it to me, like that sound that you make, that I don't want to make on the mic.
Yeah, she's not coming out. She's much too afraid.
Okay, you guys, I got this. I start rubbing my index finger and my middle finger to my thumb gently, going, here, kitty, 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 kitty.
Phoebus, meanwhile, will try and gather up the gazer in, just wrap it up in like a sheet or something like that happens to be there, and begin carrying it downstairs.
All right. Eventually, you guys are able to coax the cat out, and then you carry the cat and the Gazer corpse downstairs.
As we sort of reach the lady downstairs, Phoebus would say, "We managed to deal with the creature, and quite happily, your cat's okay. Although it seems they had a bit of a scuffle going around. There's a lot of things knocked over and sort of rummaged through in your shop and in the upstairs, but everybody appears to be okay. I've had to use one of these sheets to wrap the body up, but best not to see the gore."
Yeah, thank you for removing that. I appreciate it so very much. I don't have any way to repay you, but I mean, you guys are welcome to have anything you'd like from my shop. Kind of looks around at the wreckage.
Phoebus will place a hand on her shoulder and say, "Don't worry about it. As I said, we came here at the behest of the Harpers, trying to help."
If you feel like you are in debt, I could take a recite book to make some desserts.
What?
Recipe book.
Yeah, recipe book. Sorry.
I suppose if that's what you would like. Do you favor cooking?
Yeah.
Kind of reaches on a shelf and hands a book to you. Thank you.
I will.
Recipe book. All right. She kind of looks inside, just kind of holding her hand to her face, like,
Does anybody else mind helping her out, just getting things tidy?
oh god, I
No,
can't stop
fine
yawning.
helping. Do you need hands?
I'm more than willing to help out.
Lothar, do you think you'd be able to dispose of this?
Oh, that, sure.
Sure. And Phoebus will hand the Gazer corpse over to Lothar. I guess we'll get to helping clean up then.
Yeah, sure. While we're cleaning up, can we take a look around for what this thing was in here for? I assume it just wasn't here random.
Check the cat.
Want to check the cat? It's
Haven't you seen Men in Black?
It's a calico cat. Not very attractive as cats go. Kind of mangy, looks like a stray. But trying to look around the house, you can't really find any indication as to why this creature was here.
Well, we saw one on the sewers. It might just come from there, maybe.
I don't think so. Cool. Lothar, where are you disposing of the game?
Oh yeah, me being just the smartest barbarian you have ever seen. Go find the nearest rubbish bin outside and just put it in.
All right.
I am smart.
Okay. Let's just hand wave, right? Kids are disposed of. You guys spend like an hour helping them clean up. Anything else after that?
Well, assuming that it's still relatively early in the day, Phoebus would suggest that maybe we start seeing if we can track down that Nimblewright.
Yeah, Darnock will pull out the detector and see what it does.
I'll make sure to tell the lady as we are leaving that the Minotaur and his friends were the ones that cleaned this.
Yeah, I will report to work that you guys helped me. I'm sure that the Harpers will look upon this favorably.
Well, hopefully you'll be back in business in the morning and ready to start carrying on, keeping on.
Thank you. All right.
Okay.
Darnock, pulling out the Nimblewright detector. When you depress the trigger, you see that it doesn't spin. Nothing happens.
Well, it seems to be nowhere near here right now.
It might be near the same house, but I don't want to go near there. Not anymore. Lothar might disagree though.
Oh, I'm gonna be killing some people over that mole.
Well, do we want to head back that way and try to pick up the trail, or should we?
I believe it's a good starting point, but don't go too close to the manor.
I don't think it's a good starting point. I think it's where we end, but I won't stop you.
Well, I mean, your judgment last time put you in the galley, so
You don't know that.
Actually, they do. When they were talking with, what's her name, Astrid?
Yeah.
Yeah, when they went to talk with the Zent, they found out about your incarceration.
They found someone with the horses, a woman with the horses, not Paneld.
I'm going to go ahead and say that it was that Phoebus assumes it was you, since you were sure that you had a way to get around without being recognized. And the fact that you're the one who left with the horses, like Phoebus is just going to go ahead and put two and two together.
So, anywho, let me save you all some trouble. You guys navigate over to the castle ward, turn on the nimble right detector, and nothing happens.
It doesn't spin at all.
Not at all.
Maybe we should head back to where the other one was.
Yeah, I actually think that perhaps, well, one of two things. Either the nimble right is very far away, or it's dead.
Two distinct possibilities after a 10-day.
I mean, even when we were quite some time away from it, when we were in the house, when we checked the detector, it was still moving, but very, very slowly, as if it was really far away. But now it's doing nothing. It's not detecting anything.
But
So,
who could have killed it?
whoever hired it, maybe it outlived its usefulness.
Well,
I think maybe we. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, the one guy did say it worked for a master, and he knew who that master was. Maybe we should check with the Two-Face.
Well, he pretty much said that it was going to be the Xanathar that was commanding it. And I don't think we have. Sorry, go ahead.
You guys know who the master is. It was Lady Growlhund. Remember? She was working with the Zents, and then she double-crossed them by sending the nimble right after them?
Yes, that's right. So they might have gotten rid of it to get rid of the evidence. I mean, if we're in the castle ward where the nimble right was hiding, and we're getting nothing now, I mean, if we want to be sure, we can always go and speak to the Machinists Guild, and see what they have to say about it.
It could be deep underground as well. Hard to get a sneaking along ground.
Possible, I guess. But why don't we go see if we can get a straight answer?
Sounds a good plan as any.
So where are we going?
To the...
Temple of Gond?
Yeah.
In the dock ward.
Yeah.
And as you travel, are you continuing to
Yes.
press the trigger?
Yes.
As you enter the dock ward, the umbrella begins to click and whir.
Well, that puts paid to that idea, I guess.
It could also be the original nimble, right?
Well, I think he said that it was keyed specifically to that nimble, right?
Yeah, it doesn't detect the original.
So
Feels barbarian.
let's see if we can track this thing down then.
All right.
You guys begin moving slowly backward, following the increasing speed of the umbrella at the end of the detector. You weave your way through for about an hour when you realize you are passing by some familiar terrain. We are passing near Lothar's house, where he would live near Johnny McNormal guy.
Not Johnny McNormal guy, no! What have you done?
Well, there seems to be some kind of commotion around your apartment.
No, not my sweet prince.
Is it the city guard here?
No, not yet.
Well, I'm gonna rush right over there, see what's going on.
As you walk up, a lot of the other dock hands and workers that know you immediately kind of start putting their hands up. Lothar, no! You can't go in there.
What's wrong? What's wrong?
they kind of step aside, revealing the entrance to your apartment, and you can see into the building for the first time. Inside the door and up the hallway and stairs to where your apartment was, you can see it's all scorched black. The building has obviously been on fire recently, and by recent I mean within the past couple days. And sprawled out on the doorway is the beheaded corpse of John A. McNormal guy. And written there on the stone is a symbol, which is all too familiar at this point. A circle with a dot in the center with 8 radiating spokes.
Okay, you guys, here's the plan. We're going to kill them all. Every last one of them. I'm trying so hard not to swear here. How do I make this PG? We're going to unalive them and make them just like this. I will have my vengeance. And at this point, I'm starting to lose my cool, and my words are starting to just slur together. You could just feel heat radiating off me in my pure, unadulterated rage.
One of the dock workers reaches down and grabs a bloody piece of parchment that's clutched in his hand. He picks it up, reads it, hands it.
I read it.
It says, scrawled in blood, "Stop meddling in our affairs." And then it's signed just the letter X.
At this point, I do a pure rage scream into the air. You have just doomed yourselves. You will all die.
Already doing.
I'm just watching to see who's watching it.
So Lothar house is near the docks. I just saw this. I'm going to check on my family.
So Vanel breaks away. It starts running off towards where his family is. And remembering the description, your family lived in this kind of communal area, right? There was your mom, your siblings, grandparents, were all in the same building.
Yeah.
When you walk in, you find only your grandparents. The two of them there together, and they're kind of huddled together, clutching each other, and they're crying.
Hey, I'm here. Where's everyone?
They took him.
They? Who?
These awful people with it was in a tattoo, a circle.
I'm on the ground. Punching the ground. When?
It was maybe 4 days ago.
Are you fine? I'm hugging them, nearly on the ground.
We're scared. I mean, we've been all alone, and we've got nowhere to go, nothing to eat. I mean, your mom was the one who prepared all of our meals.
Loki, it was actually me.
Yeah, but you haven't been home.
Yeah, I know. You're going to be fine. I'm going to solve this. I swear.
But we can't stay here. It's so scary. What if they come back? Your Nana's talking. Will you stay with us? Please.
I have to get the others back. I swear I will get the others back.
Where are my notes?
They
Who
didn't.
else's family can...
Why are you safe? Why didn't they took you?
I guess they assumed that we wouldn't be worth taking.
Wait here. I'm gonna rush off and waste all my gold on the cheapest food I can get. I'm going to like leave it prepared, maybe like a big stew, and I'm killing these people. I'm gonna fucking find. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna find them.
Okay, so you go back to the group and inform them of everything that's happened. I'm assuming everybody's still standing outside Lothar's home.
Yep.
Phoebus would, well, when Van Elde runs off, Phoebus would cast a gaze over to Jerry.
Yeah.
You might want to go check up too.
I think we're past that. I think what we need to do is find the Zins.
It certainly seems like the Zentaur, not the Zent, the Xanathar have gone out of their way to make an enemy of us.
Well, let's go find them.
Well, I mean, we know where one of their bases are, but I guess if we want to try and find more of them, a good place to start is with the Zentarium agent that we have currently staying with us at our inn. She might have some information.
What? We know where they are. We have been there.
Well, that's one of their bases. They likely have more than one.
Good call. I'm sorry, May. I'm too heated right now. Let's go.
What about the Nimblewright?
I don't care about him.
The thing suggested that it is somewhere in the area. So I suppose, what do you want to see if we can continue to track it? Because maybe the Nimblewright can lead us to where they came from if it's the Nimblewright that was here.
And I believe the Nimblewright did steal the stone they're looking for, if my memory serves right.
Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So it may actually lead us to them.
But this thing doesn't point where they are. It just says that it's nearby.
Remember, it speeds up when you get closer.
At this point, I just kind of swipe it from his hand and just start speed walking.
I'm following Lothar.
Hello.
Alrighty then. We'll go ahead and get moving, I guess.
All right. You continue walking down the road, and as you do, it begins to speed up, letting you know you're going in the right direction. Eventually, you come upon a dark alley, and it seems to be a dead end. I don't know what that was. As you kind of look down into this alley, the nimble rate detector has sped up as fast as you had ever seen it before, and there seems to be something crumpled at the end of the alley.
I'll walk towards it and investigate, see what I can see.
How much light is there in this alleyway?
It's dim lit.
Okay, so Phoebus will get maybe a rock or a pebble or something off the ground. He'll cast light on it and throw it to the end of the alleyway to light up brightly whatever's at the end.
Okay, you can see a vaguely humanoid shape lying on the ground, wearing a large dark cloak. You can see it's kind of under a pile of uncollected garbage, and like
Kind of move the cloak off to get a better view.
and as you do, you can see clearly it is a nimblewright, somewhat identical to the one before, but it's more crude, less refined.
I'll look around in the garbage just in the immediate area, see if I see anything that might look like this stone, just out of sheer curiosity.
As you kind of start clearing the garbage and looking around, you see the nimblewright begins to move. Starts to force itself up on its feet. And it's just kind
At this point, I would.
I hate it.
Okay.
I want to kick it on the ground as he's trying to stand up.
I would palm it by the head and lift it up to my eyes.
Well, if we're gonna be taking actions, let's roll initiative.
Do I drag my token here or I wait?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me pull you guys to the map. Lothar, let me. Okay.
Oops. I was going to try and get it in the tracker, but I got a 7 first.
So it should be 7?
Yep.
Already fixed it. Cool. 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. So Lothar, you are first. So as it tries to stand up, you reach out and I guess, are you grappling it? Or do you just want to?
Yeah. Grapple by the head.
Great turn.
Okie doke. Check. So that one.
Right, and it test it by trying to. Damn it. Why? I rolled a 22. So it manages to dodge out of the way.
Lucky.
Finished after that?
Yes.
Tarnak?
I would just try to calm Lothar down. I don't think we need to restrain it unless it does something, and then kind of take the dodge action.
All right, the nimblewright kind of sways on its feet. Then you see it reach down into a pile of trash and produce a rapier. Then it reaches inside the cloak with its other hand and is now brandishing a dagger. It kind of lunges forward and attacks Lothar with a flurry of attacks. Icky team? Then it'll be Jerry's turn.
Jerry's gonna say, "Easy now. I'm not here to fight you. We just want to talk." And then I'll take the dodge action and end my turn.
Benel?
I'm stabbing it really, really, really hard.
That is actually a miss.
And now my offhand.
Yep. As you attack, you find that for its disjointed, jumbled, and jerky movements, it seems to be very lithe and hard to hit.
Okay, I'm going to use my cunning action to disengage, and I'm guessing I can like block if it's trying to escape, like here.
Sure. Yep. Phoebus?
So Phoebus is going to move up, and he's going to ready an action. If it tries to attack anybody again, he's going to use Shocking Grasp.
Lothar.
Oh, he's right.
Okay. So at this point, I would grab my greatsword and say, "You're about 2 seconds away from figuring out why they call me Blood." I kind of pause for a second, look at my hooves. Well, I guess I could go by Oil Hoof for today. And I attack him with my sword.
Yep. Not raging though, right?
No. Not raging.
Okay. Darnak?
I'll go ahead and move up next to it and attack with the dagger. Yep. And that's it.
Alright, the Nimblewright looks at Jerry, looks at the rest of you, and you see it pull out those weapons again. Phoebus, you can use your reaction.
Okay. Yeah.
Did it, but and then here we go. Attacking Lothar. Stab. Stab, stab. 21?
And I'm down.
Cushioned your tank. Alright, Jerry.
Well, if we're doing this, I'll back up 30 feet, try to find something to hide behind.
Yeah, you're down an alley, right? So we could say you could, like,
yeah,
duck around the
I'm trying to get
corner.
further away from it, though. And then I'll take a shot at it with my crossbow. At advantage if 14 is enough to be hidden from its pass.
I'm pretty sure it is. Yep, go ahead.
With sneak, so 10.
Okay.
And then that will end my turn.
Vanel?
I'm going for the legs. This thing is not escaping.
That is a miss.
Whoa. Offhand.
That will hit. Finished?
Yep.
Phoebus?
Right. Phoebus is going to try and back up.
Yeah. Reaches out and tries to give you a stabbing.
Wow. That's super fortunate. Okay, he points to it with its staff. A large glowing orb of energy begins to form at the end, shooting out a huge blast of radiant energy in the direction of the nimble right. Oh, well, that's a shame.
That's so anticlimactic.
I know, right?
Apparently, you're not familiar with this new holy symbol, and you overload it on your first attempt to cast it. You'll be unable to cast any spells requiring the holy symbol until the end of your turn.
Damn. Okay then.
Lothar, death save. This is like really early for people to death saves.
It's probably something you're not supposed to fight.
This thing freaking pincushioned me.
Alright, she's gonna cast Infestation.
Infestation. Con save. Fails, so he's gonna take 1 damage. And then you want to roll the d6? So he goes to the north. He can't go to the north.
Alright, well, I guess he just takes the 1
that's
damage.
Poison damage? Huh. Right. Finished?
Yep.
With a clicking noise, you can hear its mechanical body turning as it begins to ready a barrage of attacks versus Van El. Oh dear. So that's 17. And then he reaches out with the dagger.
It misses.
Okay. Jerry.
I'm gonna move or hide, shoot, and then move like 30 feet further away. Or I guess 20 feet, so I'll be at the end of my short bow. Good.
Sure. $24 hits.
End of turn.
Van El.
I'm stabbing again. Well,
Yes.
this rolls.
And
18?
a hit, and then the nimble right falls to the ground. And after a couple jerky movements, it ceases to appears to have died.
I keep hitting it on the ground.
Phoebus is going to use his healing hands to give Lothar 2 hit points.
Okay. After Lothar is back up, everybody has recovered. You see that tucked inside the pocket of inside the cloak that the Nimblewright is wearing, there seems to be a piece of parchment.
Go ahead and pull it out and look at it.
As you pull out and examine this parchment, you see it is a crudely drawn map of the dock ward, and there's an X near the shore. And you can see written there is a name, Brynda Garloth.
Well, this seems interesting.
Looks like we need to go and see this person, though. I think tending to some injuries might be in order first.
That might be a good idea.
I don't know you guys, but I'm pressing on.
I understand you rushed to kind of get this over with, but if you go marching into danger with those injuries, all you'll be doing is getting yourself killed, and you won't be rescuing anyone.
We can take a short rest and then get on the move.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the best idea.
And we should not just attack anything that comes in our way. You're gonna get yourself killed. I mean, clearly, if there's like no other option, then certainly. But just blindly attacking things could end up poor.
If you love your own life so much, that's on you. You didn't even check on your family. You're at this age, you're pretty much soulless now.
Here it is.
Darnok's gonna try to put the nimble white back into the garbage, kind of like how we found it.
I think we should probably take a recognizable part of the nimble rat with us. That way, we can show it to the people at the Temple of Dawn to show that we've taken care of it.
At this point, I just rip off its head.
They did promise to help fix up the manor if we took care of it.
Oh, that's right.
All right.
Or at least offer some technical assistance.
So you have the nimble right's head. All right. I guess if that is all, you guys can take a short as you continue walking through the dock ward.
All right. Phoebus will convert 2 spell points into a first level spell slot.
Okay. As you kind of begin walking through the dock ward, you can see that this Grinda, where she's located on the map, is a part of the ward known as Mistshore. Mistshore is a rundown dock ward neighborhood that often reeks of fish and scorched timber. A fire swept through the area a little over a year ago. Most of the buildings are now burned down shells, with sometimes at best sails substituted for roofs, and fishing poles and nets line the docks. And the 15-foot deep water is covered by a thick layer of ice throughout the winter. But it's currently spring, and the air is very fishy. As you can see, many of the people have laid out the day's catch on poles and racks before they are taken to market. So, from where you guys currently stand, you know that her home was furthest out on the docks. You have to travel down and across in order to find this Grinda. As you make your way through, you see a large ship that's kind of been breached and is halfway docked onto the docks here. those of you familiar with Waterdeep, which Jerry, Darnock, Lothar, probably not Phoebus, as he probably hasn't ventured into the ward here, recognizes the Kraken's Folly, a beached pirate ship that some people use as a kind of makeshift flop house and tenement. And as you begin to walk down this road, you can hear a commotion coming from the far end of the docks.
Another fire. I'm so done. As I look at Lothar.
Right. Why don't you guys stop there? As you round the corner from near the Kraken's Folly, you can see a building on the far side of the dock, and it looks like there are a number of people surrounding the establishment, and they're banging on the doors and shouting to be let inside. Even from this distance, you can tell one of the men, currently shirtless, has a large tattoo on the majority of his back. And it's a familiar sight. Large circle with central dot with 8 spokes radiating outward. Everybody roll initiative. Alrighty. Lothar, I don't know how you always end up in the front of the initiative tracker, but you get to go first.
It's funny, it never happens in AL. Okay, I suppose I'm going to move 30 feet, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30, and take the dodge action.
Darnock?
I'll go ahead and move up as well. And take the dodge action.
Gary?
I'll hide and then hold my action to shoot anyone who comes into my line of sight being aggressive.
No.
Okay. I'm going to con an action dash. Here is 45, right? And I'm going to throw my dagger at them.
It is a miss.
That's my turn.
Okay, so the bandits, they were currently trying to force their way inside. Seeing you guys come up, they turn around and they pull out their weapons. They're going to come forward. And we're going to go 2 on each. 2 Vaneld, 2 Lothar. Lothar, if those both hit, that's 7. And Vaneld?
Disadvantage from the dodge action.
Okay, I'll get you a second. So Vaneld, you take 12. 16? Is that a hit? Oh, he's already down. All right. Reroll. So 17. We'll count that as now. All right. 1, 2. Looks like they both miss you. Lothar. This guy, he is going to run forward, charging with a heavy mace hand. 10, 20, 30. Can't get to you. He's gonna stand here behind the rest of them, and as he does, he points his fingers out towards the harbor and he clicks his fingers. And he says, "Kill them! These are the ones the boss says is interloping. We can't let the scallywags interrupt us again. Take them all, skin them alive." And as he does, you can see something big is moving through the water.
All right. Phoebus is going to move. So I guess that's going to put him at 30. From here, he's going to take the dodge action.
At this point, that large object in the water begins to breach. It wasn't an orc voice. Come on, not making fun of me. And you see a large fish-like humanoid with fins kind of erupting from his shoulders and head. It has a large fish-like tail, but it jumps out of the water and onto the land. And as it does, it begins to slither towards Phoebus. Lothar, you can take a pot shot at it if you want, but oh, a hit. All right, so the creature walks up and attacks Phoebus. Ah, God. 9 is a miss. Set it to not whisper me. And then it's going to use its second attack. I believe that's a hit.
Yes, it is.
Lothar?
You guys have no idea how much you have messed up as I go into a rage. And I'm going to just start hacking at these things.
13 hits and kills the first one.
And that was my action bonus action.
Darnak.
Alright, so I'll shoot the creature with my crossbow.
Yeah, it's a hit.
Alright, then I'll take a step back and end my turn.
Great.
I'll hide, move forward, shoot the closest guy in.
All right. Did you already make it?
Oh, sorry, I did make a stealth last turn. That was 17.
Okay.
So
you are hitting.
Shooting the big guy.
Hit.
Moving back and stealthing.
Ooh, you are not hidden. Okay. Vanilla. Death save, please. And then the bandits. They're just over the corpses of friend, and they're all going to attack Lothar. Big and scary. Nope, not with the 6 is a miss. Hit you for 1. Take that. This guy also going to attack with advantage. It's like 3 hits for 2, 3, and 2. Takes 7 total. And then Phoebus.
All right. Well, this is super concerning to Phoebus, so he's gonna reach out a lightning-covered hand to try and strike at the creature in front of
Miss.
him. He's actually going to go ahead and use Favored by the Gods, and he's going to roll. That sucks. That really sucks. Yep, that's it. That's his turn.
All right.
It's been fun, boys. Yep.
Slither. 17 hit versus Darnock.
Yes, it does.
Lothar.
Watch as I don't forget my DM inspiration and hit the big bad guy.
Ooh.
With my big old sword.
Hit.
Woohoo! And I'm going to shove the guy that's too close to the water into the water with my hammering horns.
Okay. Hammering horns.
That'll be DC 13.
Oh, you mean a time. Okay. Yeah. Got him. Oh, strength save. This one actually, it's not an actual shove.
It's got to be the person that you attacked as well.
Yeah, that is. Wait. You're right. That creature, not a creature.
Ah, well then I'm gonna just shove him into the wall as hard as I can.
Nope. No, you're not.
Then I'm gonna stand here awkwardly.
Yeah, that's the spirit. Darnock.
Darnock is going to disengage and back up 30 feet.
Back up. Oh, disengage. Gotcha.
Yep.
Hi, Jerry.
All right. Yeah. So I'm going to. I assume I'm not hidden with that 10. I'm just going to take a normal shot, move back 30 feet, and then.
Yep. Oh man. Yep. 17 is a hit. If you would have hid first and then.
Well, you can't hide twice to continue to try to be.
No, I know that. No, but you could have took your bonus action first and then shot. You wouldn't have been hit. Well, I guess maybe that's bad. Because then you would have been liable to
Yeah,
take
it would have
damage.
been tried to hide twice. Yeah.
I didn't say anything about hiding. Did you roll damage?
Oh, yeah, sorry. So that's just 8.
Yep. All right, Vanilla. Bandits. Let's just get you proper. One hit for 3. Take 3 damage. And this guy. Hit. Take 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 more. And then Phoebus and a death save from you too. Then Wishy Wishy. Nope. Definitely can't. So instead, land speed. Quite small. He's gonna pull out a harpoon and he's gonna jump it up your, throw it at you.
Yeah.
All right. And then Lothar. Phoebus, heal 4 from a friendly Twitch god named Karis.
Yay!
Okay, I'm gonna request that these guys stop hitting me super hard, but I'm gonna hit them super hard anyways because I'm just like that.
That's a dead guy. Wait, which guy?
The big bad guy
Just kill the little ones.
again.
Okay.
And then hammering horns against the wall again.
He passes.
I hate this guy.
Darnark. Three.
Come around the wall, shoot, and then hide again. Does 11 hit? I assume
No,
not.
it does not.
Yeah, back behind the wall. End of turn.
Benel. Ooh. Bandits. Take 6. Lothar.
I'm down.
This guy. 15. 5. He's gonna start running up this way, menacingly wielding his mace as he starts walking towards Phoebus. Mechanically taking dodge action.
Okay. Yep. Let's put it on the line. So Phoebus is going to start. He's going to run in. He's going to take it on the chin as he gives Lothar a cure wounds. And that will end his turn.
Alright, the Murrow. So far. I'm gonna pull out another harpoon and throw it at Phoebus, and it is a nat 1. Which god's on the Murrow?
Woo!
So the harpoon just goes flying by, and then it'll be Lothar's turn.
Okay, I am going to attack. How am I going to do this? I guess I'm just going to attack this bandit that's to the left of me.
Dead bandit.
All right. And I don't have a bonus action, so next.
Arnak. Jerry.
Same thing, shoot, hide.
Hit. And the Murrow takes the arrow to the
Well,
chest.
is anyone? I don't think anyone's alive next to the
Why
marrow,
are you
so I don't think it's.
You had
Yeah,
advantage.
you were hidden.
I was hidden with 13. Okay. All right. Cool. Then yeah, end of turn.
Vanellope. Bandits. Attack Phoebus and Lothar. In that order. Lothar, take 2. No, Scar, are you kidding me right now? What is wrong with you? This guy. Oh no. Gonna try to beat the snot out of Phoebus. Really just going to town here. Or
Okay, that's no. Oh, he has advantage, isn't
he
he?
has advantage, yeah.
Yep.
So he cracks you in the head with his mace. You fall down. He's gonna move 10 feet close to Lothar and continue swinging. Miss. And hit for 1. Phoebus, death save. Lothar?
I can't afford him to be alive, so I'm gonna recklessly hit this nerd.
This nerd. Oh, and that is a wonderful hit. Tell me, how do you kill Noska?
Well, you remember how he had that tattoo on his back?
Yes.
Yeah, I plunge my greatsword through his chest and just jerk up, splitting it in half.
All right. With Noska dead, what are you going to do?
Stare very menacingly at these two bandits.
Darnock, death save. Uh-oh. Jerry?
Do we still have enemies up?
None that you can see.
Well, I mean, I assume I'd be able to hear combatants
Sure.
if they were still. I can't see any of them. I'm going to dash on my bonus. And I'll take a shot at that guy.
Hit.
Not sure if I have that or not, and then that I'm going to take 5 feet back.
Vanell is stable. 2 bandits here, both attacking Lothar.
They have advantage.
Why do they have advantage on you?
I reckless.
Well, those are both hits anyway, aren't they?
Okay.
Yeah, but you can crit fish.
20.
Yeah, but I don't need to. You're already down.
That's 5. I have 6 health.
Fine. I will roll again.
I'm just trying to be fair.
Alright, you are at 1.
I'll take that one.
Phoebus, death save. Lothar.
Alright, this one that is alive and not damaged. I am going to big ol' sword him.
That is a dead bandit.
And then this one right here, I am again going to stare very menacingly at.
Save.
Whew.
He's at 2-2 right now.
Yet again.
Jerry?
Same thing. I'm gonna hide, and then come out and shoot, and then. Sorry, still should be free.
Dead bandit.
Great. End of turn.
Right. Just because turns do still matter here. Phoebus?
Yep, sorry, I rolled just before it kind of.
Oh, I see. Death save
highlighted me,
13. Got it. Lothar? We have a heal for 6 coming in for Darnock. That is a failed check to stabilize Phoebus. Darnock?
Alright, go ahead and stand up and move 15 feet up.
Jerry?
Same thing.
There's no more.
Oh, sorry. Everyone there. Is anyone who is
Phoebus is on the ground and he's bleeding profuse. Like he's.
I will medicine check.
And there we
Try
go.
to stay.
So everybody's stable. We'll go ahead and clear the tracker now. And what would you guys like to?
I'm gonna loot him.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll go through the big guy's pockets.
Excuse me, he is mine. Or you meant the fish. Never mind.
It doesn't matter. Between all of them, you find a whopping total of 7 gold pieces.
No, like documents or anything.
No, sir.
Well, we should probably drag these guys off the street. I'd like to. Is there still people in the hideout?
Hideout?
Like, can I hear anybody inside?
Potentially.
Oh, I guess I'd like to listen and see if there's anybody alive inside.
Perception check.
Okay. Passive is 17, so it's the same.
Okay. With that high of a score, you can hear somebody breathing on the other side of the door. It sounds very, very quiet and shallow, almost like intentionally muffled. But you're able to just ever so audibly discern that they.
Just one person. I'm gonna tell them to open the door. That we've saved them from an attack, but we need a safe place to hide, and they owe us at least that much.
There's a long pause. Nothing happens, and then you hear the clicking of a lock, and the door opens, revealing there's a elderly human woman. And she motions, "Bring your friends inside. Come quick."
Certainly. I'll motion for Lothar to help me drag the unconscious bodies in the door, as I'm not really that.
Oh, I just picked both of them up, put them both on my shoulder.
I would think you'd be much too wounded for any kind of heavy lift.
That's fair.
Just drag them on the ground.
Blood smear from the docks right through the door. Nothing to see here.
We'll just say it's fish guts.
Okay, so she brings you in, and as soon as everybody's inside, she closes and locks the door behind and looks around. "Oh, what are you doing? Are they okay?"
I think they'll be okay. We were just out for a walk the dock. And yeah, these guys attacked us. No idea why.
She
Do you know why they were here?
she looks at you right? And then she looks to the rest of the party. Yeah, you were just out for a stroll, and then the Xanathar just happened to attack you.
Oh, they're
5
thugs. They've been attacking
heavily
people all over the
armed
city.
men out for a stroll just so happened to come to my home and thwart an attack from the Xanathar. I'll tell you, Sonny, you're no spring chicken. I'd figure you'd be much better at the bullshit than that.
Oh, certainly. But you never know what you can get past people in their old age, and he gives her a...
So, and she kind of takes a seat. I would assume you guys are looking for the stone?
Yes, and I think these guys were...
Aye. The nimble rat, or whatever you call it, brought it to me, and I was given instructions that I was to give it to the Xanathar's guild. I thought better of it. Thought maybe it would be worth keeping such a valuable prize for myself. And didn't turn out to be such a wise idea after all. I'm eternally grateful that you guys have intervened on my behalf.
No
I'll
problem.
kill every last one of them.
Do you still have the stone?
I hate to tell you, I no longer have it in my possession. I would not dare keep such a dangerous item on my person. But, because you have helped me so, I will gladly tell you where it is. It is yours for the taking. I gave the stone to my familiar, a rat. I told the creature to stash it in my family's mausoleum in the city of the dead. I will, if you have some parchment and paper, I'll give you directions so that you can find it without too much difficulty.
So I go through the wizard stuff and pull out his parchment and paper.
They're playing in spring. So the Xanathar are
Those?
the big bad.
The wizard.
Would you believe that? Seeing as how the Xanathars
Or
are
is he not here?
fucking with him every time? No, Tuit's not here.
Well, I don't have any parchment and paper. I'll go through everyone else's stuff who's unconscious.
Hold on, I got the back of the piece of paper that the Nimblewright had.
Perfect. I'll dip my rapier in a little bit of blood and use that to write.
All right. So she gives you directions to her family's crypt in the city of the dead. And then she kind of looks around at all of you and I suppose you can rest here for the day. I will not be staying, however. I'd rather not risk being found by those ruffians again. She opens up the door behind her, and you see inside a large contraption. It almost looks like a giant mechanical lobster, and it's got these big bladed claws, and there's these tubes that come up, and she kind of opens the hatch and goes to climb inside.
Oh, what the heck is that thing?
Oh, this? It's called an apparatus of Koalish. I use it to search for treasures along the bottom of the sea here. It's how I make my modest living. But now I will be using it to escape from the Xanathar. So, good luck to all of you.
I'll certainly have to come back later. Perhaps you could give me a ride. It looks quite the contraption.
I'll give you a ride, all right. I mean, Good day.
Good day.
All right. So she gets an apparatus. She takes off, and then you guys can benefit from a long rest and kind of hide out here until everybody's recovered and ready to go. And I know it's only 2 hours, but we'll wrap it up there for today. Too far ahead and too far behind. Give me a moment. I'll calc the XP for today.
Long rest is only half the hit dice, right?
Yes.
No, long rest is all of them, I thought.
No, it's
You
all-
get half
all
your
hit
level and
points.
hit dice back.
Shit. Oh, good. Play 5. All right, 370 experience each. And thank you everybody for coming and hanging out. Appreciate you being here. If you haven't already, hit that follow button. And if you want to get involved in a game, you want to learn how to play, you're interested in learning about the Adventurers League, join us in the Discord. That's where we hang out through the week and organize all of our games. And hopefully I see you tomorrow. We have Tomb of Annihilation in the morning and Tyranny of Dragons in the afternoon. That's going to be a lot of fun. See you around, everybody.